This is a Chrome extension I made called LearnFast. It helps users learn anything faster by simplifying complicated language. So let's say you're learning a hard subject like artificial intelligence. You're on a website about artificial intelligence, in this case, Wikipedia, but of course you can do it on any website. And you come across a sentence like this one that doesn't make sense or is difficult to understand on the first read through. So it says a simple neuron N accepts inputs from other neurons, each of which, when activated or fired, casts a weighted vote for or against whether neuron N should itself activate. So that's pretty hard to understand on first read through. You might have to go back and read it 2 or 3 times. And imagine an article full of sentences that you have to read 2 or 3 times to understand them. If there was a way to make it so you only had to read them once, you would be learning 2 or 3 times faster. And that's the problem that LearnFast aims to solve. So once you've installed LearnFast, all you have to do is highlight the text, and you could highlight the entire article, and boom, you highlighted the text, the LearnFast icon pops up in the top right, you click on it, you see that the text you've highlighted now shows up in here, and you hit simplify. And you wait a couple seconds, and it comes back with the simplified text. And now it says, a neuron receives input from other neurons. When these neurons are activated, they send signals that influence whether the neuron should also become activated. We've taken that sentence that I barely understood the first time I read and made it something that is now like a middle school level. So there's a pro version and a free version. Right now I'm using the free version, and that's why the word limit is 150. It goes up to 2,500 for paid users, LearnFast Pro users. And there's also a query limit. It lets you only simplify things 10 times per day on the free version. So let's take a look at what the pro version looks like. We go up here to the actual Chrome extension window, open it, and there's some information about what LearnFast Pro gets you. It talks about the word limit and the simplification limit. I could design this a little bit better, but this is where it's at right now. And so I'm gonna go ahead and log in. So cool, we're logged in. There's not too much to see up here, but that's because all the action is going on in this icon. I click the icon, you can see our word count has increased to 2,500, and the indicator for how many simplifications I have left in the day is now gone because you get an unlimited number per day. And so the reason for the word count limit is because we're using openAI to do the simplification, and it has a token limit. So it limits the amount of text that can be sent to it, and so I have to limit the amount of text a user can submit. When the user hits the simplify button, it sends the text through a post request to an API endpoint on AWS API Gateway. That API endpoint then triggers a Lambda function. The Lambda function has the openAI API key stored inside it, and we're using that to keep it secure. So it's not on the client side, of course, and the Lambda function then uses that openAI API key to query the openAI API. The openAI API transforms the text, sends it back to the Lambda function, and the Lambda function sends it back to the user. This icon and the window that pops up are made using vanilla JavaScript, and we're actually modifying the DOM of the whatever website we're on. So if we inspect the code, you'll see that we have our LearnFast code here, and then right above it we have the Wikipedia code. So we're actually injecting into the HTML of Wikipedia right now. And this part up here that handles the authentication is a React app, and the authentication itself is done with Firebase, and the subscriptions and payment are managed with Stripe. So that's all the technology involved, and that's how the app works. Thanks for watching.